here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today we're going ahead and filming a creator sim video that is related to a community challenge that I have just recently been introduced to. All the information will be linked down below, and I want to mention that all credit goes to the original creator of the challenge. So yeah, if you do not already follow Golden Simmer on Twitter or YouTube, I'll have their links down below. She is the creator of this challenge, and I was recently introduced to her via Twitter, and she soon after followed me on YouTube and whatnot. So I've been DMing her, talking to her on Twitter and stuff like that ever since then. I know recently, I'm not sure when this video is going up, by the way, so I might be talking about this like really out of context, but recently she just hit 100 subscribers and I am so incredibly happy for her. But yeah, I went ahead and did a bit of a creator sim because she sent me some rules to a challenge that she's created, and she's wanting to get some people to try it out and play with it and do some different stuff like that. And she has already started her LP. So once again, all that will be linked down below: her videos, her Twitter, YouTube, and of course the rules if you would like to try out this challenge as well. The challenge is called the Seasons Challenge by Golden Simmer. The general rules are: she recommends starting these seasons at 14 days and adjusting the seasons later as needed. So essentially you're going to be playing each generation in each season in the game. So starting in winter we're going to be, and she recommends setting it for 14 days, I guess, so you have enough time to accomplish your goals. So each season must have one main sim played for that generation, so you're essentially playing with the main sim for 14 days. We must start in winter. We must start with a single parent. It can be either gender. And then you must start with a teen child and an adult parent. I think I accidentally left her as a young adult, so I will have to age her up before I start playing with her. But essentially, you're a adult mother or father who has a teenage child, and you're also single, so you're not with the child's other parent anymore, whether that be the mother or father. So I created a single mother. She has a teenage daughter, and she is no longer in contact with the father. And we must play with the lifespan on normal, so I have to check that before I start playing because I know sometimes I change mine to short, so I have to check that. The winter rules are that the parent must have the gloomy, family-orientated, and lazy traits, so I need to add them in. We need to have the parent aspiration, successful lineage, and then the teen must have the aspiration of fabulously wealthy. The parent must work in the fast food job. So as you can see right now, I'm sort of giving her like a McDonald's-esque outfit. This is what she's going to wear to and from work, or I'm going to pretend that's what she wears to work. We must live in a rundown 2-bedroom, which we can build or download from the gallery. And the household money has to be set to $1,000 after building. So I'm going to go ahead and build that build. I haven't done it yet, but I imagine when I upload this creator sim, the build shouldn't be too far away. I'll probably organize it so they go out on the same weekend maybe, or something like that, or 1 week after each other. So I'm going to go ahead and build a rundown house. I don't know quite what I'm going to do yet, but I'm sort of thinking of maybe taking inspiration from the house I did for the UT Reno battle, that one. I might do that. And something sort of like that. Something that you can definitely renovate as I get more money and expand upon and whatnot. The teen isn't allowed to work and must always complete their homework and projects. So they're just a really studious sim. The mother, I'm guessing, really wants them just to concentrate on their education, finishing school, all that good stuff. They're not allowed to get a job. They're not allowed to help with the family income. Our only income is coming from this fast food job, obviously. The goal of the winter generation is to make sure that the next generation has a better life. The parent should always encourage positive behavior and should be strict and firm when returning home from work. So they're always really positive, yeah, good job on doing your homework, awesome, love you so much. But then sometimes when they finish work, they're kind of what are you still doing up? You should be in bed. And they can get a little bit cranky after work because, if you work in fast food, that's a stressful job. It kind of sucks. You come home smelling like a deep fryer. It's not fun. So I can understand why she might be a bit more strict and firm after her shifts. The teen can age up when they have 3 skills at level 3 or above. So maybe you could go ahead and leave a comment down below. What skills do you think that sim should have To give you a bit of a hint, I'll read out the spring rules. So summer, autumn, winter, spring. So yeah, the next generation will be spring. We must add the ambitious trait when they age up. They must join the scientist career or the highest career you have available. Must get married, have a child, then get divorced. The spring generation works hard to make sure they are never without again. They are always on the computer, only has to appear to be working. The sim is very active and focuses on everything but their child/children. The summer generation will then bring love to the family. So this next generation, like what the teen is going to be, she is going to be a lot more focused on money, working hard, grinding on her skills, having enough money to provide, but she's not going to have that loving aspect. Maybe that sort of arises from the fact that her mum was always kind of, I guess, distant after work, and she has this sort of negative association with work from that. So yeah, as you can see, I went ahead and created our winter generation as parents and then her baby daddy. So yeah, the teen is going to be Alyssa Winter, and she is really, really cute. So what I basically am imagining is that our main girly for Winter, she went ahead and was living at home. Her family live in the city, and she was living in the city her whole life, and she was really, really successful. She was going to go to university, but then she, with her boyfriend, you can see down there, she went ahead and got pregnant at a young age. And, you know, she was out of high school. She was, you know, at like 21. She was sort of settling down. They were going to get a house together or an apartment together. And she was going to go to university from there after working for a couple of years. So maybe she was like 21 when she got pregnant. And her family were just so against that. They thought that she should have been, you know, waiting for marriage to start a family, that they shouldn't be thinking of living together or anything like that. And basically, once the boyfriend found out that she was pregnant, he just skedaddled. So he lives in the city as well, but he moved to like a different suburb of the city. Her parents live in like the really rich, fancy part. They were always really well off. They were like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. But their daughter had no real intentions of partaking in that. She didn't really want to go to university. That's why she sort of held it off after high school for as long as possible, because she just sort of wanted to just like live life and travel and have fun and just be with her boyfriend. But her boyfriend was kind of a jerk, as we can tell. He left her and made her a single parent. So she basically was rejected by her parents. They said that they didn't want her to keep the baby, that she should put it up for adoption, or that if she was keeping it, that she should get married to him, but he obviously didn't want a part of it, and she didn't want to be with someone who didn't want to support her and the child. So when she had Alyssa, she was already living in a new town. As I said, I haven't built her house yet, so I'm not sure where we're going to live, but she essentially moved away from the city. She didn't want to be near her family anymore, and her family kicked her out, so she really had nowhere to go. But she, you know, went ahead and did some couch surfing, stayed with other people, was kind of homeless for a while, and eventually she saved up enough money whilst working at her fast food job to go ahead and put down a deposit on her loan for this house. And the house is going to be kind of crappy. It's going to be kind of run down. It's not going to look the best, of course, because obviously it's not the best house. It's kind of like, it's going to kind of run down, and that's why she was able to afford the loan for it. And yeah, she's just basically like living on the daily grind, trying to pay those bills to support Alyssa. And I think Alyssa sometimes might kind of be underappreciative of her mom's hard work and doesn't quite understand everything, because Alyssa just sort of knows that her dad isn't in the picture, that he just isn't around, but she doesn't really know why or what exactly went down. And she doesn't exactly know what happened with her mom and obviously her grandparents, because she's never met any of them. So it's sort of the situation where it's like she just doesn't quite understand, and that's why she's kind of disrespectful about it. And I think that's something that they would argue about a lot. Like, Alyssa wants to sign up to all the sports teams and, you know, do the science camp, and we just don't have enough money for that, Alyssa. So, you know, you're gonna have to wait. But anyway, until next time, I hope you'll have a very snazzy day. Give a thumbs up if you'd like to see this challenge on my channel. And yeah, bye guys!